Hello everyone, Bandites here, making a little tutorial video. Now I hope this tutorial video comes out well and you can understand and whatnot. And I'm kind of sick right now, so my voice may start going out a bit. But anyways, so I'm gonna be using Movie Studio as you see up here. This can work for Movie Studio 12, 13, and Sony Vegas, any version of Sony Vegas. I'm pretty sure, because mostly all the Sony Vegases and Movie Studio are like pretty much like have a lot of the same features, very similar. So, anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and start this off. Now I'm not gonna go in like extreme depth, but I'm gonna kind of give you the basics on like a little bit of the basics on how I edit my montages and whatnot. So now, if you're using the normal Movie Studio, this is what it probably looks like. But since the majority of people use Sony Vegas, this advanced mode kind of makes it look a lot more like Sony Vegas. So I'm going to be using this mode, and this is what I'm kind of practicing on using right now because I've been using the simple for like the longest time, but now I'm going to the advanced mode because it's actually, in my opinion, using this, there's a lot more tools and easy like buttons you can click and whatnot to get you like all the stuff. But anyways. As we first start off the tutorial, what you want to do is, if you're on Movie Studio, the normal one, you can click Project up here, and go to Properties, or if you're on Sony Vegas, whatnot, you can click right here, Project Video Properties, or yeah, sorry. Alright, now once you're in here, I usually bump the frame rate up to 60 frames, which is this doesn't really matter, because it matters once you actually render the video. But anyways, so where it says stereoscopic 3D mode, you want to go ahead and turn that on, anaglyphic red cyan. You can keep it off, but if you keep it off and you use stereoscopic and you like put in your clip, all it does is make the video go left and right. Well, this actually gives it more color and whatnot, and like makes it look kind of cool and kind of like a TV and whatnot. But so you want to hit apply, do OK. Then you want to go ahead and drag your clip in here, and now it might seem a little bit kind of like darkish, kind of more like gray color, and that's because of the stereoscopic thing that we just did. So to fix this and to restore all of its colors, you can just go to Video Effects, find Saturation Adjust, and go ahead and throw that in there. And then right here it says low, just drag it all the way up, and now you have all the colors back, as you can see. And now that all the colors are back in, it looks a lot nicer. We can get to start like actually editing the colors and making the video stand out a lot more. So what you probably want to do first is you want to scroll up here and you want to find color corrector. Now this is a tool that a lot of people use, and you can just ignore all these. They're just all my different presets. But anyways, you can go ahead and drag that in here. Now once you have the screen up here, you can pretty much go around with this and mess around with it, get to the colors you want. Now, but you don't, as you see right here, if I go like that, it looks like makes a full green and yellow. You want to just make kind of like small adjustments. For low, I kind of do like a bluish color like this, and I kind of just mess around with it until it looks good enough to your eyes. Just go on what you want to make it look like. For mid, I kind of go to the green, kind of that stand out, and then for high, I go to the yellowish, reddish, orangish, and kind of drag it up like so till I kind of get it to where I want it. I think that'll be good. And once you're done with that, you can kind of turn up the gamma and the gain and whatnot and make it look a little bit better with the lighting if you want to mess around with that. Let me see, just kind of I'll just go with that. Alright, so now once you have all your colors in, it may look a little bit weird, but that's alright. What we're going to add next is actually called color curves. You can get default, drag that in there. And now once you're on here, make this a little bigger. That didn't really do much. But where it says channel, you can mess around with this if you want. That changes all the colors at once, and that doesn't really benefit you that much. At least to me, it doesn't benefit me that much. But what I do is I go to red, and you can kind of just like adjust it with these little lines and just kind of get it to where you want it. Don't go too much or does that and it looks really weird. As you see, I kind of just like broke it. Just like go undo, there you go. But you just kind of want to adjust it lightly, kind of get it to where you want it to be. Go to green, do that looks good here. Alright, And then we can go to blue, and you can just kind of get it to where you want. It may not change the color corrector a whole lot, but to me it sometimes can make it look a lot more like brighter and nice. But anyways, once you have that, if you want to look at mine, you can see how they are placed. Once you have that, that's some basic color changers and whatnot. And once you have that, that's all set to go. Next, you want to find bump map, which is right here for me. And you want to do upper right glow. You can throw this in. Now, as you see bump height right here, just drag that all the way down, because if you do this, it looks really weird. So drag that all the way down. And then you can kind of just mess around with the ambience, make it kind of brighter so your light comes back into where it kind of was last time. You can make it more intense if you want, or you can just kind of keep it like that. And if you want, you can go to location, source, and then you can move this little circle, like aim, like reticle type thing, so I couldn't think of the name. And you can kind of like move it around on your screen. I kind of do mine like towards the top, and just kind of mess around with it. Alright, now once you have that, you have all your basic colors and like kind of like little bits of filter in there and whatnot to make it more stand out and whatnot. Now you don't have to do this, but I normally add hitfilm gleam in here, and I turn ray length to 0, and I just kind of bump the intensity down a bit, but it kind of makes it a little bit brighter. And sometimes I'll add hitfilm glow in there, but I'm not going to do that right now because it's already like super bright. Alright, now that we have the colors and whatnot done, now if you're going to be making this a montage, you don't have to add black bars, but in my latest two like little editing experiments, I've added black bars because to me it actually makes it look a lot more better and kind of cinematic. So how you can do that is if you just right click, insert video track, media generators, solid color, white, and then you can go ahead and drag that in there. Now you won't see anything right now, but what you have to do is you have to go right here, it's just compositing mode, and do multiply mask, and then you can just drag this along your whole clip as you see here. And actually you can go back down to your video real quick, go to compositing mode, do multiply mask, there you go. Now once you have that, you can go ahead and right click this, video event pan crop, or anything similar to this. If you're on normal movie studio, it should say video event effects. Go ahead and close out of that, but I'm going to go back to this one. Alright, now what you want to do is you want to have this selected, the size about center thing right here. Go ahead and click that, make sure it's highlighted, and you can kind of here, it's like sorry about that. Alright, so if you saw me, what I did there is you're not supposed to have it below it. I forgot that one step. You're supposed to actually put this above the white bar, so you can just kind of drag it into the video effect thing that you made. So there you go. And now you can go on this and you can kind of adjust it as you want it. And there we go. Now we have some cinematic bars. Alright, now you have your basic kind of video done, and yeah, so it looks good, it looks nice, you got it all set up, kind of bright, colorish, whatnot. Makes it look more like an actual montage instead of a normal video. Alright, so now what I'm going to go ahead and do is, normally on like my beginning of the video, let me go ahead and insert another video track right here. So what I'll do is first, you want to find a part, or a little bit before a part where you actually get a kill. So I'm going to kind of go through this because I think I get a kill right here. Sorry, right there, sorry. Alright, so I'll just use that as an example. Just kind of go a little bit before it, go down here, click split, or you can do S. I just click that because it's easier to me. Go ahead and delete that, and it should move it to the side if you have auto ripple on, which I do because to me that's kind of useful. But if you turn that off, and you like split something, for example, and then delete it, it just keeps it to where it normally was. But I'm going to go ahead and not do that. I'm going to turn that back on. Alright, so now once you're kind of close to your kill, this is where you actually start doing the editing. So you want to go ahead and go to your music down here and go ahead and throw in the song that you're going to be using. I don't know exactly what this song is. I just like found it on Trap Nation and downloaded it, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this down though so it's not blurring loud once I play it. And what you want to do is you want to listen to it and find like where the bass drops or like where a beat drops or whatnot, and try to find it like where you want it to be. So listen. Alright, let me go a little bit further up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use it right here. So I'll do it a little bit before right here. There we go. And then you can go down here and click fade, and you can kind of make this fade in. There you go. So then the music doesn't just like start playing, it's just a little bit of fade. Alright. So now you have your music, you have everything set. So here is where the editing to the syncing whatnot comes into play. So first, what I actually like to do is where like the white thing that you made for the black bars, if you right click that, go to video event effects, and what I do is you can drag this like all the way down. Now you might seem like, oh, that looks like really terrible. Well, it's not going to be like that forever. What we're going to kind of do is it's going to kind of fade in a bit. So if you go down here where like there's like these little tick things, this is how you animate stuff. Now this is like the most important key into editing. So what you want to do is go as far as you can to the left. That's your starting tick. That's what I already made right here, these black bars. And you want to kind of drag it just a little bit. I think right there is good for me. Just kind of, while you drag this, you can watch it in the actual like preview right here. So I'll just drag it to like about right here. And then what you want to do is you want to move this back up. And so then you see it makes another tick mark. So you have these two little tick marks right here. And that is actually animating this. So if you go back to the video, you can see that the black bars go up, and it's kind of like a little bit of an intro, so you can watch this. Alright, so now you have a little bit of a cinematic kind of like opening type screen. But what I do is in my montages, I always add my name, so it's like it's kind of presenting who you are. So what you can do is you can add a new video, insert a new video track, which I already have one, so I'll go and just delete this one. And you can right click, insert text media, and what you can do is if you go to defont.com, you can download whatever font you want. You don't have to, you can just use sample fonts, but what I'm going to use is a good type of Phantom Forces font that I use is called Animal Silence, which is right here. And you can go ahead and type your name, which mine is Bandites, of course. So once you have that, let's just go back here. You can see that your name is right there. Alright, so now Movie Studio doesn't have 3D Alpha, which 3D Alpha you can probably watch another video to get it, but you can like add your text on walls and whatnot, or make it like stand up like on the ground, and you can like run by it or whatnot. But since I don't have that, I'm going to show you what I do. So I use hitfilm gleam right here. You can get the default, go ahead and drag that in. And what you want to do is these little like clocks with like the little plus, it says animate. You want to go ahead and click that for ray length and intensity. And what I do is I make it really intense at the start like this, and I'll just do this just a little bit more down so it's not like blaring. And what I do is I kind of just drag this along with the cinematic bars, just kind of like time it. And what you can do is you can drag this down like this and make it go into the negative range, just a little bit behind it. It'll make your text pretty much like a little 3D. You can make it less intense, so it's not like blaring. There you go, now it looks like a 3D text. And then so you can see right here it's actually animated, so there's like these little tick marks again, and this is pretty much showing that it's gonna start up here, the intensity, and you can kind of read these to see like how intense it is and the rain length, and then you can see that it goes down to these tick marks. So now if I play it, you can kind of see how it like fades in and kind of like the light like goes behind it. So I think that looks pretty good. Now next what you can do is you can go to edit generated media, click this where it says or scale actually. You can click the plus sign on this, and what you can do is you can make it really small, or you can kind of mess with this as much as you want. I'll go ahead and put mine like right there, and then you can drag this little arrow, this line thing, and bring it to like where the bars kind of open up, and then you can drag this upwards like so, and have your name like display like this. And let me go back to this and show the animate. So you can see down here that it starts small and then it comes back up and then it's right there. So now we can watch that on the screen. Alright, so now you have your name, like a little bit of an intro of your name coming in. Now you probably, if you want, what I like to do is I like to go to stereoscopic, add this in here, and I like to use a horizontal offset and kind of just like make it offset like this, and then as it comes in it just kind of like goes back to normal. Maybe have like a little bit of a blur so it stands out a little bit more, so you can watch this. There you go. So now you can see it says that it shows that it's a little bit of a 3D stereoscope right there. Now you probably want it to fade out, and what you can do is you can kind of come to the ending right here. You can split, and pretty much any of these things that you see on here, you can animate these. You can drag this in and animate it. You can drag, and it's pretty much, it's a simple process with just like clicking animate and then using like the little scrolls to go up and down or whatnot to show it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to media effects. That's what I was looking for. No, sorry. Edit generated media. Right. So then you can kind of have it scale back down. So maybe we'll like start right here, and it'll just kind of like go all the way like that, and you can't see it anymore. So you can kind of see it like this. Let me go ahead and make this a little bit shorter. I think it's already going for this one. There we go. Alright, so I'll go ahead and delete this one. Now, you have your basic little intro. Alright, so now that you have your intro, now you're going to probably want to edit the kills and actually get like a basic edit on the kills. Now, as I said, you can go to any of these pretty much, and you, like, say if I want to do like the swirl, I can just add it in there, click animate, go right here, animate it to do that, and just like make it swirl around. Just see how that looks. It'll probably look really weird. Yeah, see. So anyways, I'm not gonna actually have that, so we're gonna go and undo that. So if I click on this and then I do remove selected plugin, just click that and it goes away. So if you want to remove that, or you can just click on do. But now, alright, let's actually get to editing the kill. So what you want to do is you want to kind of find like where the actual kill is. So mine is like right there. So let me watch this real quick to time it. Alright, so you want to get the kill aligned up with the base. So the base kind of drops like if you go down here, you can see the waves. So the base kind of drops like right here. So you can press M to make a marker. Just press enter if that little white bar comes up, and so now it'll mark the base line. So if I go right here, alright, so you want to kind of line up the kill like on this line, or maybe just a little bit before it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go back a little bit. I'm going to remove some of this at the beginning. Delete. Alright, actually I'm going to make this list a little bit shorter. Alright, and then I'm going to, let's see where the kill is. It's like right there, so it's a good amount of ways. So I'm going to kind of keep splitting the main clip right here down and deleting it until I can get it a little bit closer. Alright, there's a little more. There's a little more. I'm gonna just kind of keep like trying to match it up with that line, or you can kind of drag it around and mess with it. But I'm gonna just keep going how I have it. Alright, there's 20 more probably. See that? Oh, it's right there. Alright, just like see in there. Alright, so it feels like right there. You want to drag it a little bit? Alright, so like what I do is like right here you can kind of select the little bullet, the little gunfire muzzle, whatever right here. So what I do is I go about a frame before that, and then I kind of if I'll like line this up about right here. Alright, so I think that'll work. Yeah, there we go. So that looks nice. It's pretty much lined up along the line. So you just kind of want to keep adjusting it until it gets there. You can click these like frame by frame things to kind of line it up. So as I said, I'll kind of like right before that, I'll just go like the frame before, and I'll get that as close as I can to like the little base drop marker. So yeah, there you go. That's the basic kill. Now you might want to add like a little effect when he actually dies. So if you come right here, maybe go just like a couple frames after the shot, split. I'll go about like right here to where it shows like the kill. Split again, and then in this little box you can add like any effect that you want. You can go through any of these and like mess with it. I'll go ahead and let's see, I'll go ahead and add like a stereoscopic right here. Drag it up just a little bit, move this arrow, drag it up some more, and then move it all the way to the left, and then drag it back down, and kind of maybe leave like a little bit of there, a little bit of the effect still, and then it'll look like this. Kind of render this out real quick. And then if you want to add like maybe like a little bump on like the shot, like right here, go ahead and split that. And what you can do is you can go to spherize, drag this default in here. You can do animate, set this to 0, put this like about the middle-ish part of the clip all the way up, and then go a little bit back down, go back to 0, and then add like a little bit of a bump into the kill. You can just kind of see that if I go frame by frame. Boom. And it goes to stereoscopic, goes all the way out, and then it comes right back in. And then if you want to kind of end it, what you can do is you can kind of maybe go a little bit after that, split it, delete it, and then this will be like the full video right here. So it's only like a 4-second video because I'm not going to edit like a full montage on this like tutorial. And but once you have that, you can delete all this white space that you might have dragged out and left there. So because if you don't delete it, it's going to take like hours to render, and you'd be like, why is it only taking hours if it's this short? And it's because it's like left out over here, and you might not notice it. You also want to go down to the music, delete that, and then you can make this fade out just a bit. And what I normally do is I actually make the music come up a little bit after the video and then fade out. So you can use this to kind of lock it to things. So like I'll lock it to this audio, and then you can go up here, fade this out, and you can just mess around with the fade out, and then there you go. You pretty much have it done. But if you want to add like your own sniper sounds, I have my own set of sniper sounds on here, so I'll go ahead and import a sound real quick. I like this one. I don't remember exactly where I downloaded this, but you can go on YouTube, and Battlefield 4 or pretty much any of the Battlefield games have really good sniper sounds. So you can just go on YouTube and try to find some sniper sounds and use YouTube to MP3 to download them. But what you can do is on that exact marker where the bass drops, just drag the sound into here. Or actually, sorry about that. Let's undo that real quick. Insert a new audio track, and then on the marker, go ahead and drag this in. And what you can do is you can zoom in, and now I'm kind of picky. There's like this little bit of space before the actual sound from here to here. And what I do is I normally trim it, delete that little space, and then it'll auto ripple to the little marker that you had. And then what I do is I bump the decibels all the way up to max for the sniper sound, because it makes it sound a lot cooler. And then there you go. Now you can go ahead and watch it through. And then you can, as you can see here, the sniper sound kind of fades out with it, because it's a really long sniper sound. I forgot to mention, if you want to actually slow down the clip after you get the kill, right here. So right after you shoot your gun, right when you're cocking the trigger back or whatever, if you want to slow that down, what you can do is you can go onto the clip that you want to actually slow down, right click it, go to properties, and then you can set this to 0.2250. Okay, go to this one and do the same thing, unless you didn't split yours in half like I did mine by accident. And now if you watch it, when you get the kill, it'll slow-mo it as you're reloading. So as you can see right here. Now it may look a little choppy, that's the preview, but I'll still show the video in the actual video. And also, if you don't want to use this, it looks too choppy to you, you can easily download Twixtor if you have Sony Vegas and use that instead for slow-mos. But yeah, anyways, I'll go ahead and play the video for you, and after I render it. So here the video will be played right now, so you can actually see it without the preview, without it lagging. Alright, so there you go. There you have it. So I hope this tutorial helped you. I hope you kind of learned a little bit on how to edit. I'm sorry if I went too fast, if this wasn't a good tutorial. I've never actually done a tutorial before, because I'm not really a tutorial person. And when I do, I pretty much work at my own speed. Or as I did this one, I kind of try to work on at my own speed. But I hope this still helped, and I hope this will help you make more progress in your montage editing. And yeah, so as you see, it's a very long process sometimes to edit out one kill. That's why I do these editing experiments, if you look on my channel, and those take lots of amount of time, and usually I try to make them at least a max of 20 seconds, and that's about an hour and a half to 2 hours of editing sometimes, depending on what I'm doing. But yeah, so I hope that I kind of showed you the basics on what to do and how to do it. Hope this helped, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So if you want more tutorials or more videos in general, please leave a comment and ask. And liking this video really helps, and subscribing. And yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So goodbye.